Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Let's go start now. Revealed. Eala's special Madrid Open connection ahead of round 1 clash. Less than a month after her stunning run at the Miami Open, Eala is set to return to WTA 1000 action at the Madrid Open. The 19-year-old competed at the WTA 125 tournament in Eala last week, but action in Madrid will represent her first WTA-level event since her breakout run to the semifinal in Miami. Eala beat Grand Slam winners Jelena Ostapenko and Madison Keys on her way to the last 8, where she stunned 5-time major champion and world No. 2 Iga Swiatek to reach the semifinal. Victory over Swiatek ensured that the Filipina would crack the top 100 of the WTA rankings for the very first time, and she is currently at a career high of world No. 72. And she could well face off against the Pole in Madrid, with Swiatek waiting in the second round if she can start her campaign with a victory over Victoria Tomova. Eala was not ranked high enough to reach the Madrid main draw directly when the entry cutoff was made, though the teen star benefited from a wild card. Here we look at her special connection to the tournament and why it has been such a significant event. Madrid Open connection. Eala's connection to the Madrid Open is through IMG, her management group. IMG not only manages players such as Eala, but also owns a handful of key tournaments, one of them being the Madrid Open, a combined WTA and ATP 1000 event. That means that several IMG-managed players often receive wildcards into both the men's and women's singles draw, just as they do at the Miami Open, also run by the group. Eala, ranked 140th at the time, was a wild card in the Miami Open main draw this year, just as she was in 2022 and 2023. Among the other IMG players to receive a wild card into Madrid this year are men's singles star Coleman Wong, a longtime friend of Eala's. Madrid history. This will be Eala's third straight year competing in Madrid, having received wildcards in both 2023 and 2024. The Filipina was heavily beaten on her tournament debut back in 2023, falling 6-1. 6-1 to former Wimbledon semifinalist Tatiana Maria. However, Eala bounced back to claim her first ever WTA 1000 match win in the Spanish capital a year ago, rallying to defeat Liza Tsurenko 2-6. 6-4, 6-4 in round 1. She was ultimately beaten by 27th seed Sorana Cîrstea in the second round, though she showed plenty of promise in a 6-3, 6-7, 6-4 defeat. Madrid Open news. Who was her round 1 opponent? Eala faces an intriguing opening test against Bulgarian star Tomova, an encounter that both women will probably feel is winnable. World No. 64 Tomova is just 8 places above Eala in the WTA rankings, but the 30-year-old is vastly more experienced, with this set to be her 18th appearance in the main draw of a WTA 1000 event. The Bulgarian has a career-high ranking of World No. 46 set in July last year, and while she has never reached a WTA final, she did win the Chicago Challenger back in 2023. This is set to be the first meeting between the two, with Swiatek awaiting the winner. The courts of the Madrid Open are steeped in tradition, echoing the thunderous footwork of legends, the soaring cheers of packed crowds, and the quiet intensity of history in the making. But for Eala, the tournament holds a deeper, more personal magic. As she prepared for her round 1 clash under the Spanish sun, the tennis world learned something it hadn't known before. Madrid isn't just a tournament to Eala. It's a connection to her past, her passion, and her promise. This wasn't just a professional appearance. This was something spiritual. Madrid is where it all began. A childhood dream sparked in the Caja Magica. Years before she broke into the professional ranks, a young Eala found herself sitting in the stands of the Caja Magica, the magic box. It was a school break, a family vacation, and a rare chance for a rising junior from the Philippines to watch her idols up close. Her mother, Rizzo, a former national swimmer and her fiercest supporter, remembers the spark vividly. She was maybe 10 or 11. Rizzo recalled, "We got tickets for one of the outer courts, and Alex kept sneaking peeks at Court Manolo Santana. She didn't care who was playing. She just whispered, 'One day, I want to play there.' That moment planted a seed, and now, years later, she wasn't just returning as a fan. She was returning as a competitor. A place of firsts. For many players, tournaments blur together over a grueling season. But for Eala, Madrid has always stood out. It was the first big tournament she attended in Europe. It was in Madrid she got her first professional autograph from Simona Halep, who handed her a signed visor with the words, "Stay strong. Believe." She still keeps it in her tennis bag. More than nostalgia, though, Madrid represents Eala's evolution. From a starry-eyed junior to a Grand Slam Juniors champion. From training in Spain's famed Rafa Nadal Academy to now competing on the WTA Tour, Madrid has quietly mirrored her journey. Now, as she walked through the player entrance, not as a guest, but as one of them, there was a sense of everything coming full circle. The Rafa Nadal connection, Eala's connection to Spain, and by extension Madrid, runs even deeper thanks to her years training at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca. That experience not only refined her clay court game, but gave her a sense of belonging in Spanish tennis culture. Madrid, therefore, feels like a second home. A place where the crowd appreciates long rallies, slice and spin artistry, and baseline duels. Eala's game, naturally suited for clay with her topspin-heavy forehand and fearless movement, seems to sing on this surface. The courts here feel alive. Eala said in a pre-tournament interview, "I don't know how to explain it. It just feels like this place brings out something extra in me. A different kind of pressure. But a homecoming, no matter how magical, brings pressure." The local media has started to pick up on the Filipina firecracker, as one Spanish outlet called her. Fans remember her dazzling juniors performances, and now, with a growing global following, Eala knows this isn't just any round one. Her opponent, a hard-hitting veteran from Eastern Europe, with over a decade of experience on the tour. A tough draw by any measure. But Eala doesn't flinch. She remembers those early years in the stands. She remembers the clay dust on her shoes, the autographs, the echo of champions. She knows exactly where she is. And more importantly, she knows why she's here. Fuel from the Filipino diaspora. Madrid also holds another special connection for Eala, its Filipino community. Spain is home to a vibrant Filipino diaspora. And as soon as the draw was announced, social media lit up with messages from fans planning to attend her match. Many waving Filipino flags and promising to fill the stadium with chants of Laban, Alex. For a player who often travels far from home, these moments are rare and priceless. To see our flag in the crowd, it's like bringing a piece of home with me, Eala said, smiling. It's energy. It's fuel. It makes you run for that extra ball. The calm before the serve. On the morning of her round one match, Eala visited a small cafe just off the Paseo del Prado, a quiet spot she remembered from her first trip to Madrid. She ordered a café con leche and sat with her journal, scribbling thoughts. Not tactics or strategy, but feelings. Gratitude, focus, fire. She walked to the venue later with her earbuds in, playlist pulsing. But as she entered the player tunnel, she paused. The same tunnel she once stared at as a fan. This time, she stepped through it not with awe, but with purpose. One match, 1,000 memories. As the umpire calls time, Eala bounces on her toes, staring across the net. She knows her opponent is strong. She knows every match at this level is war. But she's ready.